the Virginia Horse Industry Board, Southwest Virginia Agricultural Association, and the Virginia Christmas Tree Growers Association are proud sponsors of Virginia Farming.
This program's brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau. Large or small, Virginia farmers work year-round to help put food on your table. And Farm Bureau works year-round to help farmers and all Virginians. Farming, it's all good. To learn more, go to vafarmbureau.org.
Brought to you by Farm Family, Life, Auto, Business, Farm. Steve Morse, fruit grower, distiller, entrepreneur. Another personal story on farmfamilypeople.com. Farm Family, the people you know. Hi everybody, welcome to Virginia Farming. I'm Amy Rocher. This week we're going farm to table when Joyce and Travis Miller from Wildwood's Hickory Syrup join us on Ag Insights. Then we'll talk about decorating with pumpkins and gourds when we join Mark Viette in the garden. And as always, we'll have the Ag Calendar and a Minute in the Field video. All this plus the Ag News of the Week on this edition of Virginia Farming. VDAC's Commissioner Matt Lohr will be leaving the agency in early December to begin a new position as Director of the Farm Credit of the Virginia's Knowledge Center in Harrisonburg. Lohr has been VDAC's Commissioner since his appointment by Governor McDonnell in May of 2010. Lohr said the mission of the Farm Credit Knowledge Center is to facilitate the sharing of knowledge and resources for the betterment of all farmers through customer-focused programs that increase and advance the knowledge base of the agricultural community. He says it's an exciting opportunity and one that will allow him to work in Harrisonburg and enable him to spend more time with his children. Governor McDonnell will soon announce a VDAC's leadership transition plan for the remaining months of the administration. And speaking of Governor McDonnell, he recently announced the first round of recipients of the Agricultural Forestry Industries Development Fund planning grants. Over $60,000 in grant money was awarded to these three projects. Albemarle County won a grant for their project, which is designed to examine the feasibility of establishing a Virginia Wine Heritage Center in Albemarle. The Rappahannock-Rapidan Region Planning District is receiving a grant for their project to build agricultural and forestry-based businesses in the foothills. And the third grant recipient is Roanoke County for their project to link the Virginia Tech Catawba Sustainability Center to the local food system. The goal of the grants is to encourage localities to find ways to integrate agriculture and forestry into their community's overall economic development efforts. This was just the initial round of the planning grants. Applications are still being accepted through June of 2014. Well, USDA researchers are working to find vaccines to help pigs resist deadly and costly diseases. The USDA's Bob Ellison has more.
Helping to keep pigs healthy is the goal of U.S. Department of Agriculture researchers who are working to develop vaccines for the animals. Dr. Joan Lunny at the Beltsville, Maryland Agricultural Research Service facility says today's pork producers mostly raise pigs in biosecure environments.
However, viruses and bacteria can come in on trucks, can come in on your shoes. They can come in with a new shipment of pigs that come from a growing out facility. And so we always have to worry about when that virus comes in, what do we do about it?
So Lunny and her colleagues are looking to make pigs immune to diseases leading to healthier animals that can get to market sooner.
To be able to design more effective vaccines, to identify pigs that are healthier, that respond to stress appropriately, that have a better well-being, to be able to know what their immune response is and to ask whether genetically some of them may be better responders to vaccines. We call them vaccine-ready pigs.
A disease like porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome, or PRRS, can cost farmers a lot of money if it affects their herds.
For breeders and producers, they well know that once you have a disease, many times you have production losses. And with PRRS, we know there's $642 million production losses per year in the United States alone.
In Beltsville, Maryland, for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, I'm Bob Ellison.
Thanks, Bob. The USDA has also been working in getting a ban on Virginia hardwoods lifted. Earlier this fall, China lifted their ban on hardwood logs exported from Virginia. According to the Virginia Port Authority, this reopens an important market for companies that export hardwood logs to China. The ban was originally instated 2 years ago by the Chinese government because they were worried about invasive pests. After extensive research and testing, the Chinese reopened the market for hardwood logs, but a ban is still in place for pine and other softwoods. In 2011, the Port Authority estimated that 4,000 to 5,000 shipping containers a month were prevented from being exported during the logging season. The U.S. Forest Service estimates that 16 million acres of forest land is produced annually, and 75% of that is hardwoods. According to VDAX, Virginia exports $250 million worth of forest products annually. Well, a smaller contributor to Virginia's forestry industry are our Christmas tree growers. Christmas is fast approaching, and our Christmas tree growers are well prepared for the season. The president of the Virginia Christmas Tree Growers Association, Greg Limmer, says they've had a very good growing season with lots of new growth. He says the trees are looking very green, probably because of the sufficient rainfall this year. Virginia Christmas tree farms range in size from less than an acre to several hundred acres, with some farmers having more than 1,000 acres of trees. Now, each year, Virginia growers sell 1 to 2 million trees, contributing $20 to $40 million to the state's economy. Fraser firs are very popular, and they're native to a relatively small area of high elevation in Virginia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. And most Virginia Christmas trees are cut right before Thanksgiving, but they are sold throughout the end of December. Well, to make the most out of every calf crop, many cattlemen are turning to sophisticated computer programs that analyze performance. In this segment, we hear why tracking herd data is key to making improvements on the farm. Cindy Campbell reports.
Tracking cow herd data is just the first step to improvement. The information does little good if it's never explored. Many producers find taking those records digital can help.
I wouldn't say that CowSense is that much different than that data that we're collecting in those little notebooks. But it's the ability of being able to get at that data and mine that data and bring it out to where we can make informed decisions versus what we feel that we can remember was in those little black books.
Simple reproductive records like calving date can tell a lot about reproduction of a certain cow. Adding more information like weaning weight and docility can help any producer regardless of when they sell, but those who retain ownership may benefit the most from deeper data.
The producers that maintain an investment in those calves further down the production chain, such as into the harvest side, and they're actually selling those calves on the grid, are able to bring that data back into CowSense and not only look at that harvest data on a calf-by-calf basis, but be able to link it back over the lifetime production of the sire and dam of that calf. So if that cow has had 3, 4, 5 calves that they've got harvest data on, they can mine down to the individual calf, but look at the averages across that production time of that cow.
Davis says this isn't just important to individual profitability, but to the betterment of the entire beef industry.
Our competitors in the protein business, the poultry and the swine industries are integrated really by ownership. In the beef industry, we have opportunities of building that system by integrating information and by taking the information that we know at the ranch and being able to integrate that with the information that we're getting out of those parts of our integrated chain that are in the feedlot focus and those parts that are in the processing focus. We've for a long time talked about that.
Bottom line, the adage that knowledge is power rings true in the cattle business too. I'm Cindy Campbell.
Thanks, Cindy. It's sticky and sweet, and it's made from the bark of hickory trees. Joyce and Travis Miller join us to talk about their thriving business, Wildwood's Hickory Syrup. That's straight ahead on Ag Insights. Today we're talking about a unique Virginia product. We're going farm to table when we talk about hickory syrup. Wildwood's hickory syrup is made in Berryville, and joining us today are Joyce and Travis Miller. Joyce and Travis, welcome to Virginia Farming.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Happy to be here.
We're really glad to have you here, and this is just a really unique product. First of all, tell me how the hickory syrup is made. It's not like the maple syrup. It's a totally different process, correct?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Well, first we'll go out. Either Joyce and I will participate in doing some foraging in the forest for some hickory trees. We try to look for some shagbark hickory. We visit land that is owned by friends and family to do our collections. Where our product is not exclusive to the shagbark hickory. If we have an opportunity to harvest bark from various other varieties of hickory, we'll do that, whether it be a dead tree or it be a woodworker who has no use for that byproduct of his process. We'll certainly take advantage of that.
But now you like the shagbark because it comes off of the tree and without harming the tree, correct?
Exactly. The bark will just kind of buckle up as you see how this is laying on the table. The curvature of the bark would be certainly a sign of how it would be on the tree, and eventually that'll just fall off and it's being replaced by another layer underneath.
Okay. So now take me through the process. You gather the bark, you bundle it up, and you take it. Then what do you do with it?
Okay, we take it back. We take it back to our location, and it'll be hand scrubbed to be cleaned, and then we'll go ahead and break it down. We do an open flame roasting, just using a gas flame, so it gives it a slight char to the bark, which adds to some of the complexity and flavor, just much the same as you might do with the inside of a whiskey barrel or charring some vegetables or something to get that added dimension. Now, once that's been completed, it'll get broken down, and then we do our extraction. Once the extraction process is complete, we will age that end product. Once that is done, we'll introduce the appropriate amount of raw sugar to that, because this piece of bark is the only other ingredient and it has no sugar content. So we'll use a turbinado, or referred to as a raw sugar, and we will use an instrument called a hydrometer, which is used in the maple industry to regulate the amount of sugar content to make it shelf stable.
Okay. So then you bottle it from there?
Yes, it's bottled at an excess of 180 degrees, and at that time it would be appropriate to have on a grocery store shelves or in your pantry.
Okay. As long as it's sealed, does it have a long shelf life?
It does. It could virtually last for years. There are always two things that you want to do. Is once its product's been opened, it should be refrigerated. There's a possibility of seeing some crystallization over time, much the same as you might experience with a raw honey or even with a natural maple syrup.
Okay. Now, what on earth made you guys get started and say, hey, we should try making some hickory syrup? Where did the idea come from? How did you get started?
Travis was retired and had always wanted to do something in the farmer's market. So he would make this for the family, and just decided one day we're going to go ahead and put this in the farmer's market and see how it works. It started to sell. People started noticing it. We were in 2 farmers markets, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And then restaurants, chefs started noticing it, and the next thing you know, we were in other farm markets and grocery stores, gift shops, plant nurseries. I mean, you name it.
It just kind of took off.
It did.
Well, I will say that I did taste the vanilla syrup, and it is absolutely wonderful. Very different from maple syrup. It's the flavors. I don't know.
It's hard to describe.
It is hard to describe, and it's really delicious. And I just had it on, I think it was pancakes I fixed for my kids one morning, and they loved it. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to show some folks at home. I'm going to hold up one of these bottles. If you can see it, this one has Monticello on it, and this one is the Wilson. And so you guys are actually labeling bottles for sale at places like that in Virginia. And this one is the Frontier Culture Museum.
That's the one we are going to pitch to them very shortly.
Okay. And then, oh, and here's the Mount Vernon. So we've got all of these. And then if you'll notice, the definite mark of distinction here is the Virginia Finest label. So we know it has to be good because not everybody can get that label on their products. So that's just absolutely amazing. Now you have a website, correct?
We do.
And it is?
wildwoodshickorysyrup.com. And we are changing our name. We're in the process right now because this business is growing. We didn't want to have any dealings with a trademark infringement, so we decided to change it to Falling Bark Farm. That'll be our registered trademark, and if you go to fallingbarkfarm.com or wildwoodshickorysyrup.com, it'll redirect you back and forth. So it goes to the same website.
Okay.
Right now we're doing business as Wildwood's Hickory Syrup, yes.
Okay.
And our official business name is Falling Bark Farm.
But I wanted to talk about your website for a minute because on there you have a list of retailers, correct?
We do.
And tell me about some of the places you guys are selling your syrup. It looked like it was all over the place.
It's hard to tell you everybody. If you go to the website, you'll definitely see it on where to find us. And we certainly don't want to leave anybody out. But anywhere from plant nurseries to farm markets, restaurants, what else?
Well, we're
Gift shops.
traditional grocery stores such as Whole Foods in the Mid-Atlantic region, or also with the fresh market chain. And seasonally, you may find us at some of the Christmas tree growers where you go out and cut your own tree, and they have little gift areas where you can buy additional products for the holidays. You'll possibly see some of those at places like Moose Apple Christmas Tree Farm or Joe's Christmas Tree Farm here in Virginia.
Okay. Now, how many people do you have working for you? How many people does it take to get from bark to the bottle?
2.
2.
This is our international team right here today.
Wow. I am really impressed.
This is it.
I am really impressed.
So far.
Do you think that if it continues growing the way it is, you're going to expand a bit?
We
or-
can go a long way, I think, before we have to hire anybody, and we have a lot of support too. Our kids, our family.
Right.
And if need be, they would pitch in to help us out, I'm sure.
Okay. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about, because you have a book in front of you.
I do.
And you're saying that the hickory syrup has a lot of medicinal attributes.
It has some, and we have this Native American medicinal plants book written by a professor in Michigan, Dearborn,
Okay.
Michigan, and I've documented that information on our website. They actually took a decoction before we add the sugar to the syrup, and they would drink that as a tea. It's called a decoction, a heavily boiled tea.
Okay.
And they would drink that to treat ailments like arthritis. They would inhale the vapors for headache relief and stomach ailments. And this book is, I mean, there's a plethora of things in this book.
Amazing.
And it just so happens that it does indicate the hickory tree for those purposes.
Wow.
So it's been around, the tea itself has been around, or the decoction has been around for a long time. Somewhere along the line, I guess somebody decided to sweeten it up a bit, make
Okay.
it a little more palatable.
Now, we only have a little bit of time left, but the flavors. Now, I said earlier that I had tasted the vanilla, and then you have the original hickory syrup with no flavoring in it. That's just the straight hickory syrup.
Right.
And then you have a whiskey and a brandy. Now, tell me how you flavor those. How does that work?
Well, we start out, the base for all of the flavors is the original hickory syrup. To make the vanilla flavored hickory syrup, a certified organic vanilla bean is added to each bottle, and then it is filled up with the original, and then that continues to macerate in there and flavor the hickory syrup with the vanilla. And also, to do the brandied vanilla, we actually put brandy in with the extract during our process to infuse that flavor of the brandy, and it also receives the vanilla bean the same way as the vanilla hickory syrup.
Okay, and does that burn off?
The alcohol does burn off since it
Okay.
has a lower boiling point than water. Okay, so once you get it up to 180 degrees, the alcohol has gone out in vapor.
Okay.
Also, the last item is the barrel-aged hickory syrup, which we offer during the holiday seasons. It's been allowed to age and use dry whiskey barrels. We did get our last whiskey barrels from Catoctin Creek Distillery in Purcellville, Virginia. They use the barrels once. We purchase the barrels, we fill them up with syrup, and then we let them age over 100 days, and then we reprocess the syrup again to make it shelf stable and have it available, like I say, during the holiday season.
Well, it all sounds delicious, and I can speak from experience that the vanilla is delicious. And I guess if our viewers want to try it, they can order it directly off of your website as well if they don't see it out and about.
Yep.
They can.
They certainly can.
Well, great. Well, good luck to you all. This is just a really great farm-to-table product. And I will, before we leave, I wanted to let our viewers know that Joyce is actually the business owner. So it's another woman in agriculture, and we salute you for that.
Oh, thank you very much.
So thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it.
It's been
You're
fun.
welcome. Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back. You can create a beautiful display using many items found in your garden and around the house. With tips, here's Mark Viette.
Pumpkins and gourds are so easy to grow. And what you'll find some years, if you have a real wet year, sometimes the pumpkins will do better. If you have a dry year, sometimes the gourds will do better. And this here is known as a caveman's club, and this is really a baby caveman's club. And it's great to use these things in decorating around the home in the fall. And right here we have an old-fashioned wheel. And what we've done, we've just taken dried sedum autumn joy, just cut it, and it dried on its own, and just use that in the display to kind of soften this display. And here is another caveman's club, and you can see how pretty this is here. And it's so many gourds and things that you can grow. You can grow these here, the crown of thorns. Then in addition to that, you can have your pumpkins. And it's just really easy just to, set them out and soften the display with your dried flowers. And let's go look at another really great display using some old-fashioned farm equipment. Using old farm implements are great in displays. But you're not limited. You can use old bottles, you can use old shoes, you can use anything that looks a little antique in your display. And here, we've also used some flowers. This is euonymus with the beautiful berries. And right here, we've used the ornamental grass, miscanthus, which is a real easy plant for any of you to grow. A couple real key tips on success with pumpkins is you don't need a big area to grow pumpkins and gourds. You can even make them part of your flower garden. In fact, I had the speckled swan gourd growing on my heat pump and growing over the euonymus, and it's produced plenty of fruit that I could use in my displays. But one of the other tips that we have found to be critical in successful growing of pumpkins especially is you need to start them early enough. So really by June or beginning of June is the ideal time to plant your pumpkins so you can eventually get a pumpkin just like this. The squash gourds and pumpkins are really neat. There's just a great variety that you can grow in your own little garden. This is the speckled swan gourd, and just look how neat this is. This is one of the ones you can easily grow in your own garden. Then, not only can you use some of these things in your displays, but you can eat them. And look here at this, and this is butternut. And you can eat this, and it's just a wonderful addition to your evening meals. I really enjoy the Hubbard squash. This is the blue or the gray Hubbard that you can use in pumpkin pies. And the last one I like is the bottle gourd. And you can make this into bird feeders and even into bird houses. Enjoy decorating for the holidays. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
Taking a look at the Ag Calendar, the Chesapeake Bay Foundation is seeking volunteers to help plant native trees along the banks of a Smith Creek tributary stream near Harrisonburg on Saturday, November 16th from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. For more information, contact Robert Jennings. Well, that does it for our show. Thanks for watching and have a great week. I'm Amy Rocher for Virginia Farming.
This program's brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau. From apples to zucchini, Virginia farmers work hard to put food on your table. And Farm Bureau works year-round to help farmers and all Virginians. Farming, it's all good. To learn more, go to vafarmbureau.org.
Brought to you by Farm Family. Life, auto, business, farm. Nancy Asher, stable owner, visionary, agent of change. Another personal story on farmfamilypeople.com. Farm Family, the people you know.